welcome to week 39, catching up with last year on journaling with what you've got. I've got quite a simple set of things for this page this time, but I've got an idea of how to make it more elaborate. Basically, as I mentioned before, nothing much happened in September because just bad stuff was happening. So I've basically just got, like, you can see how little was happening because I've just got these snack wrappers and a cup of tea wrapper. Hi Lauren, nice to see you. So it's over here, but I've got a little idea. I'm going to expand on something that is on one of the pages. Let me stick this together. Hi Lisa. Thank you for coming. Right, so just some butter butlers. This is a really great snack that's from Tokyo. I didn't get it myself. My partner's sister did because she knows I love them so much. And Lisa, if you remember, I sent something to you that had a big yellow butter butler packaging, like a big box. But I was really annoyed because it was perfectly set for someone to put the label here, but the person at the post office just put the label like right over the butler, but it would have looked really, really cool if they hadn't done that. You're here. Hello, lovely Rebecca. Thank you so much for being here. And hi, Sarah, and hi, Marianne, if you're there too. Actually, my eye is in really bad condition today, and my back really, really hurts. But luckily, having this desk set up higher, like I have done, is helpful. Let me think. It's nice to balance things like this so that you can put things at the bottom. There's a better balance. So I think I'll actually cut around that at the top here. And then we're going to do a little drawing or something today. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, Lisa, that there was a butler on it. But yeah, their label placement was disregarding any aesthetic going on. So that was poopy, in my humble opinion. Right, I want it to carry on to the other page. So to make that happen, I'm going to fold it first so that it gets a nicer opening whenever it opens. But as we know, the book is overflowing right now. That down there. I like this ripped, I like this ripped area here. Not muscular, but torn. And right, basically, it was the horrible month I was being scammed. It was really, really bad. Also, a friend had a horrible fight with me out of nowhere because of alcohol. So that was really rubbish. It happened at this not very nice club, so I'm going to put that over here. Just as a horrible reminder. Why not? But basically, because of the scam, I was just trying to find ways to look after myself mentally, and that was by doing some little cross stitches. So I was doing these little pusheen cross stitches, so that can go in there. That's from some of the thread. And this is what I want to do today to make the page more interesting. You see this entire picture here? It's got lots of cool points on it. It's basically it's from a piece of cloth that's now hanging up in my room. Oh, 1 second. Can you see it just in the background, just over there? Basically, I thought I would draw it again, but in the background here. Or something that looks like it. Maybe paint would be best. So this kind of fireworks effect, and then I thought I'd make a lantern just to be like hanging on the page. So I'm going to show you how to make a lantern today. And that's great because Lisa's here and Lisa loves lanterns so much. Yeah, it's really cool. I can't remember where I got it from in Japan, but I just thought it has such a unique style. Right, let me grab some paint a second. I can't remember where my particular gouache is, so I'm going to get the acrylic paint. Nothing too special. Here we go. I'll add a bit of paint this time. Just a big old pot of loads of paints here. I can go directly onto the page for some of it, I think. Keep that butter battler out the way. And remember, this is our inspiration today. This little background bit. So I'll go, it's like dark blue to a fade. And then I'll paint some bits of a piece of paper, and then we can cut out and make our own lantern, which I think is going to look really, really cool. And it's going to like flap on the page. So excuse like the weird angles that are happening. It's because the book is just flowing over. So I think some of you might remember me doing this kind of thing before, where I just put the paint directly onto the page. You don't need to faff around with getting things to cover that up. And then it goes to sky blue and a kind of white. And let's let this kind of fireworks on it too. 1 second. Shake it down. Oh, this might be a favourite one, so it's not. 1 second, there's a little gloopy bit in the way. Okay, gloopy bit. Ugh, out of the way. Everything shaken down. There we go. That one, and then white. The overused one. I'll pin that down at the bottom. Okay, the blue will be the most overpowering, so I'll start from the white probably. I'll try and do this without getting my hand in front of everything. Just gonna brush it up. It doesn't need to be perfect. The edges of my page are not perfect, right? So if I have it jaggedy, I think that looks kind of cool. And I'm gonna let this one blend into it. Try and make a kind of two-tone effect. I'll try and do it with a bit more grace. Let me see what I can do. I'll use a tissue as well. So I get a little bit of paint off of the brush here. Just squeeze it off and try and dry brush that into hanging out with the other colour. There we go. Dry brushed into submission. There we go, and that one looks a little bit more two-tone. There's a staple in the way there, don't worry. And then join this into it as well. Try not to get your hands super messy. So who's been working on a journal this year? Who did it last year? Who's catching up like I am? And who's doing some other craft project right now? Or who's just watching, having a nice time? Again, I'm going to squeeze the colour off like this here. And kind of dry brush here to get it to blend. I'm going to squeeze that off again and wipe my finger. I should be using kitchen roll, not a lovely soft tissue, but still. We use what is closest to us. Okay, I'll give that a little moment to dry while we make the aspects of lantern, in particular this lantern up here. You know what, I think I might have the mountain in the background as well. I'm going to use purple just to make it look a bit more interesting, but just down here there's a mountain in the background. Oh no, it's happened. It's happened. I've got paint already on the lovely new white table, despite the fact that I have a special cover that I bought. So, lesson to everybody. Use the things you bought without ruining them if you can, but just use them if that's your only option. Oh, you love lanterns too? Ah, yes. Anyone who is interested in Japanese things must love lanterns. I can't start another craft or art project. I've been trying to finish what I already have. Being sick has not helped. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've declared that the year doesn't really start until February. And then February started yesterday and I didn't even do my yoga. But I did try to learn some Chinese yesterday, which sounded very, very funny and very different to Japanese, and that was of some amusement. I'm going to meet some Chinese people in about 8 days, and I wanted to be some kind of respectful to them. Look how strong that white is underneath. It's really outshining everything. I'm going to add a little bit of dark blue to it. Look at this. There's some really satisfying crusty little blobs that have just come off. Let me show you. Oh my gosh, I just painted the glass I'm drinking from. Oh my goodness. Right, let me show you these crusty blobs. I'm sure you're excited to see crusty blobs. Look at this. These are quite satisfying. They just came off of the paint. You guys were talking about how much you loved the feeling of PVA glue coming off of your hands, peeling off of your hands. So there you go. Crusty blobs. Using the excess paint that's on the brush here. I wonder if I should paint the lantern or colour it. Let me think. Ah! Oh no! A bit of the page. I sound weird. There's a paintbrush in my mouth. If you ever wonder if you're an artist yet, just put a paintbrush in your mouth and start talking and you'll believe you're an artist. That's my method. Okay, trying to clean my brush with without getting my water dirty by just dipping it into the water. Because the truth is, it's my cup of water that I'm going to drink from. But do not copy that. And I did it, I successfully got it not paint coloured. That's a poor man's way of cleaning their brush. Right, let's examine this little picture a little bit more. What? Here we go. So it's this lantern at the top that I want to make. It looks like I need yellow streamers and red streamers. It's a bit hard. I can't really get focus on YouTube. I don't know why. Yellow streamers, white streamers, or yellow and burgundy. Oh, sorry, red and white and burgundy, or white and cream. And then a little decorative bit. What do you think? Paint or pencil crayons? What do you guys think? Let's have you guys answer that one for me. Sometimes the dilemma is just too serious to answer it yourselves. What I'm going to do is paint the different aspects of the lantern and then, or draw them and then colour them in and then cut them out and construct it together. It's actually from a cat festival, so there's loads of little cat paws on all of these. Sorry about the, oh my god, look, that arm looks weird. It looks like a new creation. Looks really hench. It's not, it's the perspective. Dee-doo-dee-doo. That's the sound of my life now. I live in the city. Anybody? No answers of all of you. I'm going to do the 3D effect of cutting things out. My question is, do I use colouring pencils or do I use paints? The 3D effect is happening regardless. It's do I use one or the other method of getting there. Paint. Okay, you called it. So what I'm going to do is just paint the colours I need on here. And the little animal paw bits. White and green. Forest green. A bob. Dee-doo-dee-doo. Oh, there's another crusty bit. Oh, it feels good taking those crusty bits off. And then I need... I'm going to do the creamy coloured one. Maybe I'll do it in gold. Gold is a nice compromise. You know, I always say if you've got gold, use it. I never say that. I've literally said it for the first time now, but it's going to be a thing I say. If you've got a metallic colour, use the metallic colour. Right, what we want is streamers. You might be confused as to what that is. It's basically just the long part. Let me find a good brush for this. It's the long part of the lantern just here. We want some white. We don't have to do anything for white. And then we want some in metallic colours. So I'm just going to paint some strips here. It doesn't have to be very accurate because I'm going to cut them after. And the lantern's going to go on top. So it doesn't really matter. In fact, it can just be a block of gold here. There you go. These are going to be cut out into a beautiful set of streamers, and it's going to look really cool, and it's going to flap around in the book. And then I want the green part for the top part of the lantern. Green. I've got to make some of it out myself because I've got an artistic license and it's in my nature. Right, some of it is going to be the band that holds the lantern together. I'll just do this just in case I get trigger happy and make 2 lanterns. I'll do this. I'll show you more in a moment. We're just going to let that dry in the background before I cut it. And then the other bit is going to have a cat paw on it, but I'll just do it really roughly, and then I'll add the cat paw after. I think I might add the cat paw once it's already cut out to give this a chance to dry faster. And then I just need some that are cat paws, so I'm going to swap to a different type of brush that's not square shaped. Oh, there we go. Little brush. I'm going to use a tiny little brush like this. Paint much messier. You're just trying to cause havoc in my life, are you? And then I'm just going to paint some tiny little cat paws up here. And then I need to do white cat paws on the other one, but I might do it after it's cut out. I'll do one big one and one small one, then maybe we can have some perspective with these little lanterns, huh? A cat paw is just some blobs. Is it 4 or 5 blobs? 4 blobs. Wait, that would be bad luck in Japanese. Alas, it is. It's 2 bigger blobs and then 2 smaller blobs. There we go. I think you can see what that looks like. 2 bigger blobs and smaller blobs. Okay, this is all going to dry. It probably won't take too long. Look how good that glittery effect is. Yeah, my fingerprint is still in it, so not ready yet, but it will be. So let's bring this back into play. Get that stuck down. Some of it is dry, some of it is not. Get it stuck down. Add the butter butlers. Blob, 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 blob. There we go. Unceremoniously done. Here we go, and I'll stick it down on this side as well. Nice. Sometimes a more simple page is just nicer, I think. But I went crazy eating snacks and some of those other ones, didn't I? And if you go crazy eating snacks, then just fine. It happens sometimes. So I like that there's a little bit of the space, a little bit of the background just here. I think I might be brave and just stick that one in. I've got a little Final Fantasy thing over here. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna staple that one. Oh, I'll go a bit higher. Then it'll hold Butter Butler in place extra. Final Fantasy, it was part of this thing where you can just get lots of cute little Final Fantasy creations at the convenience store as a lucky dip. You pay a little bit of money and get a lucky dip. So I did. I don't know if that's going to stick to the paint, but I'll carefully place it in there. This actually works as a little pocket, I think. Yeah, this works as a pocket, this one. Let me see if it's a good idea to make a pocket out of it. And look, you can learn here what butter butlers are. Don't they look yummy? Yep, I think so. Super yummy. I got two. Oh, look, the purple carries on very nicely. I've also got a little thing from a cup of tea. Oh, this way around. Does it cover over a bit too much? Maybe in here? Yeah, I think I want to leave Butter Butler looking quite clean and simple. I'm going to staple the Butter Butlers down over here. Double check I'm just on one page because I keep stapling doubles and triples together. Go a little bit jaunty over here, and I'll staple closer to the purple one than the yellow one so that I can keep the pocket aspect. There we go, that staple's nice and strong. So this is going to be a pocket, so if I ever need to refer to Butter Butler, remember the good old days, I can do just that. And up here we're going to have a lantern. Maybe a little one over here. Little breakfast thing, you know what? I quite like it there. It's also a pocket, but I don't know if I use it as a pocket. Ah! Whatever, I'll sort it out later. My back is not good enough to go and sort it out now. There we go. A little bit of London breakfast tea. How's this coming along? Maybe not quite dry yet. I shouldn't really be cutting it out if it's not dry. I think I might have a hairdryer in this room. Not that I can think of right now. And pushing. That fits the cat theme actually. Pushing is a type of grey cute cat that I really love. Really love Pushing the cat. If you ever find Pushing the cat things, get them to me. I love him. And this one says, Omatsuri. But I can't read the rest of it, sorry. Nihon san daimatsuri to iwareru Kyoto. Okay, it's from Kyoto. But I can't read the rest. I guess we should have said coloured pencils don't need to wait to dry. Hindsight is wonderful, isn't it? But don't worry. I knew exactly what I was getting into by letting you guys have the choice. So I'm just happy for the interaction. Speaking of which, if you see any of my posts and videos you might have missed or whatever, then please do consider leaving a little comment, leave a little like. It really helps it really helps what I'm doing go further. What do you think? Up here? Or here? That doesn't look good there, I don't think. Oh, it could just be floating on a butter butler. Yes! What are you doing? I'm floating on a butter butler. Good idea. I love getting a little bit of 3-dimension in the book. I mean, it's only a bit, but it counts. From one girl with fine hair to probably some others, getting a little bit of volume is a good thing. Even a little bit. And I know people like Lisa really love the Japanese writing, I believe. So I'm going to cut out this Japanese writing. But for all of you that love cats, I'm going to cut it out as a cat. So watch and learn. Watch and learn. Right, how am I going to do that? Good question. Right, I'm going to do it in a way that helps you guys in the future. You see, if I hold it up to the light, 1 second, I'm going to hold it up to the light myself. If I hold it up to the light, I could see where the writing was. So I'm going to go out here and do a cat face like this. This is not eyes, sorry. And then just cut all the way around. And then it should say Omatsuri, but with a cat in the middle. Right? Well, that's what we want. We want Omatsuri means festival. And with a cat in the middle means there's a cat in the middle. Here we go. I hope you've learned some cool ways to get your journals looking boomtastic. I saw a post earlier that said, why did we used to say boom shakalaka? I love it. But seriously, why did we used to say boom shakalaka? Look, it's almost, there we go. We've got Matsuri in the middle. I'm just gonna cut that little bit of text off the bottom there. Ta-da! It's a cat! Katsuri! Oh, funny Kendall. Katsuri. It's a festival of cats. Ta-da! And that goes with Pusheen as well, doesn't it? Doing a little overlay just here. I hope that is just triggered inspiration in you guys, like no end. Yeah, Pusheen is so cute. I love Pusheen. Okay, dry? No. Okay, I'm going to start cutting out... That bit's dry. I'm going to start cutting out dry ones. So I want streamers from this. I'm going to cut them out in kooky ways. Like this. A little bit of a curl. I'm going to cut some a little differently. Just a few millimeters thick, I think. Wide, rather. Some straight, some not. And I can trim the direction of the bottom and the ends later. You know what? Why don't we make another katsuri? I just realised that might be a good idea. Okay, I've just got loads of pieces of paper like this now. Nothing too special. I've decided I want another katsuri just over here. It's going to be a baby katsuri. I'm going to keep the Japanese writing facing upwards. I almost wasn't going to just then. But I'm going to freehand while looking at it. Here we are. Another cat. Hopefully you don't think I'm overdoing a good thing. Ta-da! Cat, cat, cat. And you know what? These ones could work really well for some of the streamers on a smaller one. 1 second, I'll cut these out too. It's almost the same as the gold colour, but quite useful. I'm going to cut them out straight because I don't have much space to cut them out. Okay, that can be another streamer. I don't really know what I'm saying when I say streamer, but I think I know what I mean. In my head, you know? You guys ever get that? It was in a song. Pusheen was... Oh yeah, Boom Shakalaka was in a song. Boom Shakalaka. But I don't even know what it means or if it was even appropriate to say on this live stream. So if I've inadvertently offended people, I'm so sorry. Right, some of these are dry. I'm gonna cut out a unique little shape to make this. It doesn't really matter what shape I'm doing. Like, it's just, I don't know how to describe it. I'm gonna show it to you. It's easier to just show you. It's like part of a jellyfish. Especially when we add the little streamer legs to it. See? Like this. And that's gonna have loads of thingies hanging from it. And then one needs to be smaller or bigger. Is that the small one or the big one? Well, I'm gonna be safe and do this one bigger because if it's bigger, you can make it smaller. If it's smaller, you've just lost your opportunity to ever make it bigger. There you go. It will look like a jellyfish. It will. Jellyfish rain. Okay, what have we got here? Almost dry paws. That's dry. This is, oh, so close to being dry. That's fine. Right. Let me put my thinking hat on. I have to do maths now. I'm going to try and do maths, kind of. So, I think I want part of... Okay, I'm going to try and make like a round segment of a beach ball. And I'll just do it with the excess hanging here because then I can hang the jellyfish bit to it here. Like this. I can stick it to it. Ta-da. Stick it to the man. Oh, that was the small one. Big one. So make a jellyfish make a beach ball quarter. Right. Let's see what I'm doing. One is going to have a paw. Right, just bear with me. This is a thing. This is a real thing, I promise. Okay. Here and here. I'm going to stick that. Watch what I'm doing. You're going to have to watch what I'm doing rather than be told too much. I'll just sort of show you and you can get an idea. So I don't like making patterns of stuff. I can't be bothered. So I'm going to try and freestyle exactly what I want here. Look, if I can get that to stick there and I can cut around, then I'll have a cat paw to be the background of this lantern. And it's a good thing I made that bigger one because the bigger one is the perfect one for this. Right. Bear with me. This is a real thing. Okay, now I'm going to cut up here. I'm going to follow it through. I'm going to change the shape around here and let it flow into the first part of the jellyfish that I made. So it now looks like a little kid's hat. Here we go. I'm going to add the white paw over here after. That might have been better in a different colour, but still, it's got kind of different textures. And then I'm just going to put loads of jellyfish bits on the back. Like this. They're all going to hang. And it will make a lantern of sorts. And then I'm going to trim these however I like. So, I think it's dry enough. So let's get some gold bits. Oh no, I just did that with the smallest part. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. I'll use my brain again in a minute. Not that it looked like I already used my brain in that last bit. Okay, the texture of this paper has changed with the addition of cute gold paint. So while I've still got some of you here, I mean, you all know, but if anyone's watching this on a kind of catch up, because it will be available for you to do that too after, please do check me out on linktr.ee/Miss Kendall James. That looks a bit like this. Ta-da, Kendall James. Ta-da, linktr.ee/Miss Kendall James. You can find me on Instagram and other things like that too, but that's been getting wildly neglected lately. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Wah! It's a normal adult reaction to something going wrong. Wah! Okay. Gather some streamers in the right kind of direction. White gold, white gold. Not that it's working at all. It's going to go up here. Boom shakalaka. Human minds. Right, that's not working very well. So I'm going to add glue to the back of this and do it directly. Not too much glue because it's too sticky. That's the idea, glue, to be sticky. Right. Don't worry if it comes up off the edge, you can trim it. You trim it after. I want some of them to move in a slightly different direction, so I'll twist some. Yeah, with a little bit of space in between. I'll turn it round for the big jellyfish reveal after. Wait, that one's... And then a white one again, alternating. Here, and then here. Yeah, I'm sure it'll look fine when it all comes together. Trust in the process. You hear her shout across the room at you encouragingly. Trust in the process. Ta-da. Right, it does look a little bit juvenile, but trust in the process. And then cut your jellyfish legs wherever you like. I'm going to cut mine here. Here, this will add some depth. Cut some short, some long. some straight, some a little angle. I wonder if it will look like a lantern to anyone who just looks at the page. Probably not. Oh well. They're not who matters. I matter, for I'm the one that wanted to make it, and I was here to make it all along. Ta-da-da! Now there's the Final Fantasy reveal. Let me see. I can't see what's holding it up in the picture, but I feel like I can make, oh, I know, I can use this. I'm going to use this one that I made from the other thing to make a ribbon. Hold these two together like this and carefully flatten it up like this. This will, believe it or not, add a professional element to your jellyfish, which is actually a lantern, but jellyfish, I don't know, seem to creep into my live streams. There we go. Now it looks like it's hanging for a reason. Where do I want it? Over here? Will there be two? Just one? I think just one. I might lose the interest of everybody if I make two. And then I'll just add the extra little paw. But where should it go? Where do you guys think? This page or this page? This one? This one? Butter page. Nice stripes. I like your stripes too, my friend. Dum 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 dum. Butter page. All right, thank you. Butter page. Butter page actually has the cat Matsuri sign on it, doesn't it? And it has the Matsuri picture. I just need to do another little white cat paw. Using the white paint I grabbed earlier. Focus. The Katsuri. Okay, let's get some fireworks over here as well. Fireworks, do a dot in the middle. And then do many dots going outwards in a straight line. A little bit further apart. Ta-da! That is how you do a firework. Let me show you. Can you see it coming into life? Then the firework, then the festival can continue. Try and get a round point on your brush there. There you go, this is my technique for making fireworks. I coined this technique when I was a kid. I don't know where I got it from. I hope I didn't get it from learning about Aboriginal paintings, because I don't think they had fireworks. It's a little bit up here. And I think that brings it together nicely. What do you think? Ta-da! That's my page. There's some rubbish all around me. Rubbish all around me. Evidence of work. What do you think? Do you like it? Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me. I think it looks pretty cool. It's a bit different to the other pages, which is nice. We like to see that. It's got butter. It's got butlers. It's got cats. So, you know, pretty good. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic day or night or sleep or whatever it is you're doing next. I'm going to go nurse myself. And that means look after my back. It doesn't mean have a Scotch whiskey. Catch you guys later. Please check me out on linktr.ee/Miss Kendall James. And there you can find my Miss Kendall James Buy Me a Coffee. So if you fancy leaving a little tip or supporting me or joining the adoring Kenda Packers, adoring as in I adore them. Adorable. They're adorable. Okay. Thank you so much, guys.